Good evening, everybody. We'll call this meeting of the Delta Township Board to order. Will board members and guests please rise for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Trustee Monica. She is absent for military. Trustee Cascarella. Trustee Brewer. Present. Trustee Bowen. Here. Treasurer Fedowa.
Here.
Clerk Clark is present. Supervisor Fletcher.
Here.
You have quorum.
Thank you. A motion to excuse the absent trustees would be in order.
So moved.
Support.
Been moved and supported. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. We have the agenda before us. Any additions or deletions? If not, a motion to approve would be in order.
I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Is there support?
Support.
There is support. All those in favor of approving the agenda as presented, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Public comment. Now's the opportunity to speak if anybody would like to. See nobody in the audience. We will continue with the consent agenda. What's the pleasure of the board on the consent agenda? Fonda.
I move that we accept the consent agenda as presented.
Is there support?
Support.
There is support. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll on approval of the consent agenda this evening?
Trustee Bowen. Trustee Bowen.
It was
Brewer?
Trustee Brewer.
I know, but it
Okay.
doesn't matter. I have
Yes.
it down. I'm
Yes.
calling the roll. Yes.
Yes.
Trustee Brewer.
Yes.
Trustee Cascarella. Trustee Monica. Treasurer Fedowa.
Yes.
Clerk Clark is yes. Supervisor Fletcher.
Yes.
As soon as I said it, I knew I said it in the wrong order. But I had it on the paper, right?
Thanks. We have moved down now to items of business. And first up was we have three motions in regard to the construction contracts for the Ultium battery plant. What's the pleasure of the board on those items?
These three combined or are
We're
they
looking.
separate? Are they?
Fonda.
Action number one. I move that the Delta Township Board accept the bid from Grand River Construction and award a construction contract for the lithium 3 battery plant bid package 4 project in the amount of 12 million, I believe that is $504,700, and that the township manager be authorized and directed to execute all necessary documents on behalf of Delta Township.
Is there support?
Support.
Is there any discussion? See none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Action number 2, Beth.
I move that the Delta Township Board approve the proposed engineering services contract amendment number 4 to the agreement with Tetra Tech for construction engineering services at a cost not to exceed $310,900. And that the township manager be authorized and directed to execute all necessary documents on behalf of Delta Township.
Is there support?
Or
Is there any discussion? See none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Action number 3. Anybody like to make that motion? Fonda.
Okay. I move that the Delta Township Board approve the proposed engineering services contract amendment number 5 to the agreement of OHM Advisors for construction engineering services at a cost not to exceed $892,800, and that the township manager be authorized and directed to execute all necessary documents on behalf of Delta Township at the appropriate time.
Is there support? There is support. Any discussion? See none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item number 11, the temporary relocation of the sheriff's substation, and the case credit union turned out to be the best option there. What's the pleasure of the board on that? Item Dennis.
I move the Delta Township Board adopt a proposed resolution to enter into lease with the Case Credit Union for a temporary relocation of the sheriff substation, and the township manager is authorized to sign the lease on behalf of the township.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. And Gordy, thank you for the work that you did putting this together on the lease. Item number 12, Board and Commission appointment. Nanda Warden came forward and wanted to serve on the non-discrimination complaint committee. I told her that probably will never meet. Andrea actually had a good idea that we, in the past, have had an alternate to ZBA who gets to vote if somebody's absent. So by maybe combining these two appointments, you'll actually have something to do every now and then. So that's why I'm appointing her to two different boards at the same time. Neither one of them, she probably will be meeting very often for them. So with that, I'd move adoption of the appointment. Is there support? Andrew supports. Any discussion? Yeah.
I just wanted to make a comment, had a chance to spend a lot of time with Ananda and really impressed and excited. I know we're always looking for people who are members of the community and eager to get involved, and she comes with a great background and skill set. So just think it's fabulous that we have the opportunity and in serving on the ZBA and knowing where those that role comes in periodically is very valuable to have someone available to step in as we needed. Really great and gets her that exposure. So as we have turnover, kind of maintain that continuity. So glad we're making use of that role and appointing her to the position.
Great. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. We have a manager's report. I know Brian's online, but I'm not going to call on him because he's on vacation. Did you have anything that you wanted to say?
Couple items that he emailed me to share.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday, August 1st, we had our National Night Out event. It was really, really well attended. You may have seen the video that was posted on Facebook and in our newsletter this last week. He wanted to thank the Sheriff's Department and Park staff for putting a tremendous amount of time and effort into that event, and it really came together very nicely, especially with Touch a Truck. It was just a great event. People are back in the community center. It's back open, so they're using it. Great job by the Parks Department, Matt Leach and Courtney for managing the situation and getting back to business as usual there. There's still some outstanding minor work that will continue in that facility. And then when Manager Reed gets back, he will also have a few more updates for you at the next meeting.
Great, thanks.
Mhm.
Anybody have any questions for Mary? Seeing none? Okay. Anybody have anything else? Dennis?
Can't have too short a meeting. I just noticed, and I know we had that farming break that was pretty big, and I appreciate staff getting on that and preparing that. But on the issue of roads, I just noticed that there's quite a buildup of debris, dirt, things growing in the curbs along the township. And I'm just wondering, is the Eaton County Road Commission, do they have a curb cleaner? Are they using it at
They
all?
are.
They do it like once a year, don't they, though? To
Yeah.
keep all those street roads and those.
Yep, they started it about a month ago and they're strategically going through the township. So if it hasn't been done yet, they're getting to it. I talked to Matt Hannes last week again about it, just to make sure that.
Oh,
it's still
so it's
coming
just not me noticing it then, right? So,
through.
I mean, some of the dirt is really, a sweeper isn't gonna pick it up. It's just accumulated too much and there's foliage growing in it and there's roots and I don't know if once a year is enough, depending on the location, but I wanted to ask that question. And on the topic of roads, I know that minor things, and I don't know when and where we make observations or suggestions, but if just a small example, the broadbent Saginaw sign, it is all green. You can't read it. The letters aren't white. It's really small. And, it's a pretty busy intersection. And I just don't know what the process is for alerting the road commission that their signage is either, it's unreadable, it's illegible.
Which intersection, Dennis?
Broadbent and Saginaw.
They'll send us a bill. They'll tell us that we can have a lighted thing like we've paid for with other areas.
Oh, I'm just saying they can just have a bigger one. That's all they need to do, but it's all green. I mean, the letters are white as a small example. And another thing, I noticed they did some restriping on Saginaw and the Elmwood corner there, and we had made a request to delineate the left turn lanes there.
Mhm.
I think that's actually worked quite well, but they are worn so badly now that I've seen people either intentionally or unintentionally just blow through them. And, Even though they haven't done the north-south Elmwood, they've done the east-west along. And I don't know if that was MDOT or if it was the road commission, I don't know. But when they do these things, the question I have is why don't they do the complete intersections? Rather than just going down the street? That's a question I have for the road commission's office. And so I just thought I'd bring that up because I have nothing better to do right now.
If I can just follow up to Dennis's comments and questions on the, I don't know if it's a street sweeper, but whatever it is they're doing to remove debris off the streets. Is that something they've done every year or they're just doing this year?
No, they do it every year.
Is it just certain streets that they do, or is it?
According to Matt Hannis, all the streets are supposed to be done once a year. So they start in like June, sometimes May if they can get them out here, but usually June, and they go through the summer and they hit.
Including removing vegetation?
I couldn't tell you. I just know that they bring a street sweeper through and I can check with Matt and find out what exactly goes.
If they do, and if they in fact do that in residential, in the subdivisions. Because
They do, they've been through my subdivision.
because there's a drain at the corner. I sit on a corner and there's a drain there. It doesn't flow.
It sounds like.
Walks backs up, there's vegetation
Right.
on the road all the way around
Mhm.
my property. I mean, it just looks horrible because I literally mow it.
Mhm. It sounds like the street cleaner is just curb cleaning. Does not include vegetation.
Okay. Okay, well,
Well, could you bring that to the attention that it's a concern that
Sure.
some of us on the board have anyway? Thank you.
Anything else? Any final public comment? Seeing nothing, nobody coming forward? No, Gordy charges us if he speaks. So
Charge double, he has to speak.
See, no
Mr.
further business
Supervisor?
before us, we had.
Wait, he did.
Oh, sorry.
Are we meeting next week or no?
I don't think we are we? It's still summer.
The decision was.
It's still summer.
Summer
Okay.
meeting. Thank
August
you.
is unlike the stores, which already have Halloween stuff. We consider still
Yeah.
summer this month.
Yeah, we'll need a cancellation.
Yep, I'll put out a
All right.
cancellation.
Thank you.
I need a cancellation posted.
Yeah.
You going somewhere?
See, no
up
further
north
business
next.
before us, we are adjourned.
Oh, north.